Good evening, class. I wanted to make a brief video dealing with research for research papers. And in this assignment, you want to find four sources, either books or articles that were relevant to the topic of your research paper. So you've already selected a topic. You mentioned two topics. I either approved one or both of them, and now you're going to pick which topic. And part of selecting the topic deals with seeing if there is good research for those topics. Now there is for each topic that you selected, but I wanted to go through some of the processes for selecting a topic, and when you include the four sources, some of the things that I wanted to see on the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this. I have this open to the assignment page. And this would be the second step. These are four tentative sources, meaning that you don't have to use them in your final paper, but they may be helpful for formulating the ideas. And those sources, good sources, always allow you access to other sources with the bibliographies on those sources. So we're going to be going over what is a good source. And so you for the first thing for this assignment, select one of your approved topics and let me know which one you've selected. So for example, the beginning of the assignment might read, I've selected symbolism in the book of Revelations. If you've not gotten a topic approved, or if you want to a different topic approved, be sure to submit that first. I'll try to get back to you very soon with that because this assignment will be due soon. So let me know which topic you've selected. Now below that, so you indicate which topic you've selected, and it'll look like this on the page. Then you want to include four academic sources, books or articles, and a brief sentence or two explaining why this is helpful to you. And so I've just included a helpful source. Suppose, I'm just using this as an example, you selected symbolism in the book of Revelations. That would be a good topic for a world religions class or a Bible as religions and literature of the Bible, or the Bible as literature. That would be a great topic for that as well. And so you said, I have selected the text Mysterious Apocalypse by Arthur Wainwright because chapter 8 of the text deals quite a bit with how to interpret mythology and symbolism in the book of Revelations, and that's relevant for your topic. So the first thing you'd want to say is why you selected that text. Briefly, one sentence will do. Second is you want to indicate why and how it's an academic source, and that can be through both the press that it's published in, academic press, university press, sometimes independent, popular presses, but also if it's a popular press, then you want to look at the author's expertise, right? And so indicate what press it's published in. So this book was published by Stock, which is an academic press. So look at the press and indicate whether it's academic or something else. But you want an academic press or university press or a common popular press with by an academic. And then second, you want to see the criteria of the person who wrote it. So Arthur Wainwright is a professor of New Testament at Emory University, making him an expert. So look both at the criteria of the person writing it. Do they have degrees in the subject? Are they an expert in the subject that you're looking at? So he's an expert in New Testament. So that would make him an expert in the subject. The Revelations falling under New Testament. And the book is published by an academic press. So this is a good source. Same with articles as well. And you want to do that with four. So four different sources. Why did you select this text? Why is it relevant to your topic? Who is it published by? And is that academic or academic related? And what makes this person or persons writing this book an expert? So be sure to give the one sentence and then the A and B for each one of those four. Right? So how to do academic research in the midst of a pandemic, and there's a variety of ways. Libraries may still be closed. Some of them. I found a good site is b-art.org. ok.org, and it can give you a variety of academic articles and books, and they'll give you that in a PDF form. Now, suppose your subject is Tao or Taoism, for example. You may just want to begin by typing that in and doing a Google search. I'm going to do a Google search for that initially to show you what might be a good article and what may be not necessarily a bad article. Many articles are informative, but they themselves don't have like a sufficient bibliography to allow you to know, well, where is this information coming from? Or it could just be too much of a summary. I would recommend against summary articles because those are people interpreting research, and that's sort of what you want to do. You want to read research, do further research, and interpret it. So sources you cannot use directly, for example, would be Wikipedia. You can look at Wikipedia, but then go down to the sources page. Same with encyclopedias, same with the BBC Religions of the World site, same with world religions textbooks. Those are all sort of summarizing other people's research. And that's what you want to do, but you want to read the research directly. You don't want to necessarily read a summary of it. So let's go ahead and just type in Taoism. Okay, and let me just scroll down. And the first one is Taoism, Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Let's look at this. Now, is this a good article? Yes and no. It's great. It's very informative, but this type of article you wouldn't want to cite directly. You might want to read it because it will inform you quite a bit about the subject, and you might say, well, I want to do my research on Confucianism's interaction with Taoism, or I want to do my research on Laozi or the Tao Te Ching, and this article will inform you on a variety of things in Taoism, and this will show you what the article is about. So if you're doing your research on Taoism, you might want to read this article, but you can't necessarily use it as a source. What can you use as sources with it? Well, this article opens you to a lot of different academic sources, mainly by hitting the biography page. So you'll see what research this person used to use this article. And so here we are. Let's click that. And here are the sources. So these are good sources to use. Let's just look at the first one. So you'd want to look at this first one, History of Chinese Philosophy. Let's just cut and paste that here. This could be a possible source, Princeton University Press. And then let's go to b.ok, because this allows you to get a lot of PDFs quicker even than the library sometimes. And let's type in those and hit enter. We're waiting here. And here we are. It's just it's a short history of Chinese philosophy. History of Chinese philosophy. Wasn't sure if that was it. Let's go up to the first one. Let's see if that was it. So it's a history of Chinese philosophy. The other one was a short history. I think that'll be sufficient. Let's look at it. And then it'll give you the option to download it. So just download it into a PDF. And this only takes a few seconds. But now you have it. And so scroll through and go to the table of contents. And this is good because it will give you information. And so this could be a possible source that you'd want to use for Taoism. But you'd want to look at the particular bibliography and see if any of that is relevant to it. And it looks like quite a bit would be. So this could be used for a possible source. Okay, so I hope this helps. Again, when we think about the assignment, be sure to explain what your topic is and the press being used and its relation to academia, and then the relevance of the author, what makes the author an expert. Okay, hopefully this video was helpful, and I look forward to getting your sources. Let me know if you have any questions. You can either email me or send me a message through Canvas.